2000, Santana, Supernatural. Carlos Santana made a huge comeback with Supernatural, blending his Latin guitar with pop hooks, his talented band, and superstar guests like Rob Thomas and Lauryn Hill. Hits like Smooth and Maria Maria dominated charts, introducing both him and his ensemble to a new generation. The album won 8 Grammys, tying Michael Jackson's single-night record. Supernatural proved that veteran musicianship, collaboration, and timing could create a culturally unforgettable album. 2001, Steely Dan 2 Against Nature. Nobody expected Steely Dan to return after 2 decades, but they dropped 2 Against Nature, a smooth, jazz-infused comeback that flexed immaculate production and cynical lyrics. The win shocked fans who thought Eminem's The Marshall Mathers LP had it in the bag, but the Grammys went old school. Steely Dan's meticulous musicianship and nostalgic sound carried them back to the top, showing the Recording Academy's soft spot for veteran mastery. 2002, various artists, Oh Brother Where Art Thou? An actual film soundtrack beat out pop and rock giants. Produced by T-Bone Burnett, Oh Brother Where Art Thou revived bluegrass, folk, and gospel for a new era. With songs like Man of Constant Sorrow, it turned a movie set in the Great Depression into a mainstream phenomenon. The album's success reignited interest in Americana music, proving that even old-timey banjos could win Album of the Year. 2003, Norah Jones, Come Away With Me. At just 23, Norah Jones delivered one of the smoothest debut albums ever. Come Away With Me mixed jazz, pop, and soul into an intimate, late-night vibe that felt timeless. Her calm, effortless vocals dominated early 2000s airwaves, earning her 5 Grammys, including Album and Record of the Year. In an era of flashy pop, Norah quietly stole the spotlight and never had to raise her voice. 2004, Outkast, Speakerboxxx, The Love Below. Outkast dropped a double album that broke every rule in hip-hop. Speakerboxxx, The Love Below was part funk, part rap, part pop experiment, and totally genius. Hey Ya and The Way You Move ruled every radio station. It wasn't just hip-hop winning big, it was art, innovation, and personality colliding into one of the boldest albums ever. Outkast proved rap could be weird, theatrical, and still dominate the mainstream. 2005, Ray Charles, Genius Loves Company. Released just before his death, Ray Charles's Genius Loves Company became a heartfelt farewell. It paired him with legends like Elton John, B.B. King, and a young Norah Jones for timeless duets that celebrated a lifetime of music. The album was a masterclass in soul and storytelling, sweeping the Grammys with 9 wins. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was a tribute to one of music's greatest voices going out on top. 2006, U2, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. By 2006, U2 were already rock royalty, but How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb proved they could still hit emotionally hard. With anthems like Vertigo and Sometimes You Can't Make It on Your Own, it felt both stadium-sized and personal. The album balanced rock power with reflection, giving U2 yet another Grammy crown and reminding everyone why Bono's voice still defined arena rock in the 2000s. 2007, Dixie Chicks, Taking the Long Way. After being publicly blacklisted for criticizing President Bush, the Dixie Chicks responded with Taking the Long Way, a fearless country rock statement about resilience and freedom. Not Ready to Make Nice became their anthem. The Grammys rewarded courage and craft, giving them 5 wins including Album, Record, and Song of the Year. It was one of the biggest redemption arcs in modern music history. 2008, Herbie Hancock, River, The Joni Letters. This was one of the Grammys' most surprising wins. Jazz legend Herbie Hancock beat Kanye and Amy Winehouse with a Joni Mitchell tribute album. River, The Joni Letters, reimagined Mitchell's songs through soulful, complex jazz arrangements with guest vocals from Norah Jones and Tina Turner. It was proof the Grammys still had a soft spot for musicianship and legacy over chart success, and it made history as jazz's rare big win. 2009, Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raising Sand. When Led Zeppelin's Robert Plant teamed up with bluegrass star Alison Krauss, nobody knew what to expect. Raising Sand turned out haunting, dusty, and beautiful. A blend of rock, country, and Americana magic. Produced by T-Bone Burnett, it captured an old soul in a modern age. The album swept 5 Grammys, showing how chemistry and simplicity can outshine flashy production. 2010, Taylor Swift, Fearless. At just 20, Taylor Swift became the youngest ever Album of the Year winner at the time. Fearless was a coming-of-age soundtrack, country pop storytelling that connected across generations. With Love Story and You Belong With Me, Taylor blurred genres and emotions effortlessly. The win announced her arrival as pop's next global force, marking the start of a domination era that lasts to this day. 2011, Arcade Fire, The Suburbs. This one shocked the world. Arcade Fire, a Canadian indie rock band, beat Eminem, Lady Gaga, and Katy Perry. The Suburbs captured suburban nostalgia and growing pains in cinematic fashion, blending rock and orchestral sounds. When they won, people were literally tweeting, "Who is Arcade Fire?" But the Grammys loved their artistry. And that night, indie music officially stepped into the mainstream spotlight. 2012, Adele, 21. Adele's 21 wasn't just a breakup album, it was a global therapy session. With songs like Rolling in the Deep and Someone Like You, she turned heartbreak into power. Her soulful vocals and emotional honesty dominated charts for years, selling over 30 million copies. 21 reminded everyone that pure emotion could still crush dance trends and auto-tune. A modern classic, and the start of Adele's Grammy reign. 2013, Mumford & Sons, Babel. Folk revival was everywhere in the early 2010s, and Babel sat right at the center. With booming kick drums and anthemic banjos, Mumford & Sons turned folk rock into festival-sized sing-alongs. Songs like I Will Wait gave the album its emotional punch. It wasn't groundbreaking, but it captured a moment when folk, indie, and pop all collided. The Grammys loved its warmth and its wide reach. 2014, Daft Punk, Random Access Memories. Get Lucky defined 2013, but Random Access Memories was more than a hit machine. Daft Punk fused live instruments, disco nostalgia, and futuristic production into a love letter to classic music making. With collaborators like Pharrell and Nile Rodgers, they revived dance music's soul. Sweeping 5 Grammys, the album was a love letter to analog sound, proving that behind the helmets were 2 of music's most soulful creators. 2015, Beck, Morning Phase. Beck's Morning Phase was a calm, dreamy folk rock masterpiece, the spiritual cousin to his earlier Sea Change. Its win surprised fans expecting Beyonce or Sam Smith to take it, sparking Kanye's famous stage moment. But Beck's lush arrangements and emotional depth made sense to the Academy. It was quiet, reflective, and undeniably beautiful, the kind of album that rewards patience. 2016, Taylor Swift, 1989. Taylor went full pop and dominated again. 1989 ditched country roots for synth-pop perfection, packed with hits like Blank Space and Style. Every song felt cinematic and iconic, reshaping pop culture in real time. She became the first female artist to win Album of the Year twice, solidifying her power in music's biggest arena. 1989 wasn't just an album, it was a global rebrand done flawlessly. 2017, Adele, 25. Adele returned, older and even more powerful. 25 was grand yet intimate, reflecting on fame, nostalgia, and heartbreak. Hello instantly became a cultural event. Her voice carried the same soul, but with deeper wisdom this time. She famously broke her Grammy in half to share it with Beyonce, calling Lemonade her favorite. But make no mistake, 25 was another flawless Adele moment. 2018, Bruno Mars, 24K Magic. Bruno Mars brought funk, R&B, and retro swagger back to the charts. 24K Magic felt like a non-stop party, all glitter, groove, and charisma. That's What I Like and Finesse threw back to the 80s with perfect polish. Bruno swept the Grammys, proving pure showmanship and fun could still rule the industry. It wasn't deep, but it was irresistible. 2019, Casey Musgraves, Golden Hour. Casey Musgraves turned country dreamy with Golden Hour. Mixing soft pop, psychedelic tones, and heartfelt lyrics, it broke genre walls completely. Songs like Slow Burn and Rainbow made her the quiet star of the year. It wasn't about loud statements, just pure warmth. The Grammys loved its serenity, giving country a refreshing, progressive moment in the spotlight. 2020, Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? At just 18, Billie Eilish took over the world with her whisper pop rebellion. Produced entirely with her brother Phineas, the album felt eerie, minimalist, and unlike anything on radio. Bad Guy flipped pop on its head, and Billie became the youngest artist to sweep the Big Four Grammys. It was raw, new, and totally Gen Z, redefining what pop could sound like. 2021, Taylor Swift, Folklore. In lockdown, Taylor dropped Folklore, a surprise indie folk pivot that no one saw coming. Written in isolation with Aaron Dessner and Jack Antonoff, it swapped pop shimmer for quiet, cinematic storytelling. Tracks like Cardigan and August captured her lyrical peak. The win made Taylor the first woman ever to claim Album of the Year 3 times, a reflective, poetic era that perfectly defined its time. 2022, Jon Batiste, We Are. Jon Batiste's We Are was pure celebration, blending jazz, soul, funk, and activism into one uplifting record. Best known as a bandleader, Batiste broke out as a frontman, bringing joy and depth in equal measure. His energy, musicianship, and message of unity stood out in a year full of polished pop. It was a feel-good reminder of music's power to connect. 2023, Harry Styles, Harry's House. Harry traded pop spectacle for intimacy. Harry's House was groovy, smooth, and deeply personal, a warm synth-pop journey led by As It Was. It proved he wasn't just a former boy band star, but a true artist in control of his craft. The album ruled charts and hearts alike, and his Grammys speech, "This doesn't happen to people like me," instantly went viral. 2024, Taylor Swift, Midnights. Taylor did it again. Midnights was sleek, shimmering, and introspective, a late-night confessional turned global smash. Songs like Anti-Hero and Lavender Haze captured her sharpest pop instincts yet. The win made her the first artist ever to earn 4 Album of the Year trophies. With Midnights, Taylor proved her evolution never stops. She just keeps rewriting the rulebook of pop dominance. 2025, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter blended country influences with Black musical traditions and cinematic storytelling. The album explored historical and cultural narratives through layered harmonies and rich production. Despite having won over 30 Grammys in her career, Beyoncé finally secured her first Album of the Year. Cowboy Carter demonstrated that artistic risk-taking, musical excellence, and cultural resonance could combine to create a critically acclaimed, widely celebrated record.